Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So for part 10 of our Grub location guide, we are going to be doing everyone's favorite Deepnest. Now, I personally leave Deepnest till a bit later in the game, and so I'm more or less expecting you to have for these grubs, and you will need them, the Monarch Wings, the Mothwing Cloak, the Mantis Claw, and the Crystal Dash. Technically you don't need all those things, but I think having all the mobility is helpful. Also, something that you don't have to have, but makes it a hell of a lot easier, is having the Lumafly Lantern, which is this one here, as that's going to help you see in some of the darker areas of Deepnest. Now, for the first grub we're going to go find, we are going to be starting from the Hot Springs bench, which is just here. And obviously the hot spring you can fill up on soul before you go, have a little splash around. And the first grub is going to be directly to our left. Now, I think that there might have been a destructible wall here that you'll need to break. I can't remember for sure just because it's been so long. But it's just here on the map, and there might be a destructible wall. Then there's a destructible wall here that's going to take you to the Nosk boss fight actually. But the grub we're after is just here. You can double check by dream nailing it. It's going to say home. That's going to be the first grub. For the second grub, we're once again going to be starting from the Hot Springs bench. And this time when we head out to the left into that big room, we're going to be heading straight up. Okay, so you're going to get to here on the map. Watch out for the Deepling. Shoot that Deepling off the ceiling because it's going to get in your way. And now the easy way to get across is just to Crystal Dash into the wall and Mantis Claw up. And here's the grub. Now, if you don't have Crystal Dash, but you have the Mantis Claw, you can actually pogo the spikes. Like this. And here is our second grub. Now for our third grub, it's a little bit deeper into Deepnest, on to the left. Now for this one, because of the Stalking Devouts, I do also suggest having the Shade Cloak, though it's not necessary to get this. So starting from the Hot Springs bench, we're heading out to the left again. Okay, so you should get to this part of the map and it's going to open up and we're going to have to climb up. Now, Weaverlings are going to spawn from the foreground. You can actually use them to help you climb up the map here. And so here's the grub, but it's going to be locked away under the ground here. So what we're going to do is we're going to head to the left and then up and around, watching out for the Stalking Devouts. Okay, we're going to get here, and now we're just going to drop down. And here is our third grub. And then you can just exit out by going onto this collapsible ground here. For the fourth grub, we're going to actually be starting at the Stag Station in the distant village. And we're going to head out into the distant village. Now, as you can see, I've already done this part of the game. And if you like, you can sit on the trap bench, which is going to put you up here at this bench here, and then you can work your way all the way around through to the grub. But there is actually a second way into this building if you have the crystal heart. So we can go up here, and then we're going to crystal dash and mid-air break at that final lantern, which is just here. And there's going to be a secret tunnel here and a breakable wall. Now this is actually going to make things a lot faster, and we're going to go up and around. Shade Cloak will make this section a lot easier as well. Even though I still get hit just there. And here is our fourth grub. So for the fifth and final grub of Deepnest, we're actually going to be starting in the Queen's Gardens, which is not an area we've covered yet in the series, but we're going to be starting from the Eastern Queen's Gardens bench, which is near to where you find Cornifer, which I would prefer because I kind of just hate having to trek through Deepnest, and it's maybe a little bit quicker. So starting from the bench, we're going to head down and out of the Queen's Gardens. So there's going to be a destructible wall here, and this is actually where the Moss Prophet is. Now, because I have the Monarch wings, they're all dead and overgrown, but there's three mossy vagabonds and the Moss Prophet are usually dancing and singing. I'm going to head out. I'm going to jump over this hole. Now, this will be ground at first, and it's going to break when you walk over it. And then to our right is going to be destructible wall, which is going to lead us into the fungal wastes. Now we're going to go down where this ground breaks, and we're going to stick to the right hand side. Here we go, and we're going to head down to the right here, watching out for the dirt carvers and deeplings. Ooh. Now we're just going to break this destructible wall up here first. We head back in. And there's going to be a destructible wall here. So, oh, I should just clarify. This here will be some crumbling ground, so you're going to walk on it and it's going to break. And then you're going to go to the right, and there's going to be a destructible wall here. So we're here on the map. Now, this is going to be a grub mimic, and you can confirm this by giving it a dream nail. It's going to say empty, as well as giving you soul. Jump over that. This one will also be a grub mimic. And so that one says home, and then the last one is going to be a grub mimic. So in this, which is going to say other. So in this room, there's going to be 4 potential grubs, but there's only 1 grub, and the other 3 are grub mimics, which will attack you once they're outside their jars. You can find out which one is which by giving it the dream nail. And it's going to be this 3rd grub. So that's going to be all 5 grubs for Deepnest. I hope you found the guide helpful. Please give the video a like. Comment any suggestions for any other guides you'd like to see. And please subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video. See you then.